Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is another review for Kandi and the Gang. Don't you want na 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 with Kandi and the Gang? Yay. You know I gotta have to go. Kandi and the Gang. I like the little song now. You know what I mean? It had to grow on me. It had to grow on me, but I like it. I like it. It's a little bounce. It's a little bounce music. Like that. Anyway, we, bouncing around and everybody doing what they doing. Brandon is FaceTiming Dom. They caking. Brian is at the house cooking ribs. And we're back with Kandi. And she says after hearing, that the staff had a few choice words about the OLG, she thinks that it's time for a town hall meeting. Todd agrees. They're not going to have Philip there because it probably won't go well if he's there, but they need to have the meeting. Todd feels like they all want to make, that they need to make sure that everybody understands where they stand and what everybody's job title is and what's expected of them. They're going to talk about how everybody can do better. At the OLG, Drika, she's in action, working hard. She running food to the tables. Brandon got to get a picture of that because I guess that's new for her. But business as usual. Patrick and Safari, they come in for lunch. And I don't know why Patrick, we're just in the neighborhood. Patrick, your house right across the street. Okay? Right over there across the street is your house. And you talking about we was just in the neighborhood. That's every day. Anyway, he and Safari go up in there because she hungry and she a vegan, and also so I don't know why they're there. Of all the places, I mean, it's plenty vegan restaurants around here, and yet y'all at the OLG to go eat some cornbread. And I could tell she like drizzled a little honey on it. Girl, get out of here. And production, proceeds to show us how non-vegan the cornbread is. It got all the animal product in it. But I mean, whatever, girl. Can we get a salad and some cornbread and some water? Get out of here. Don't come to my soul food restaurant ordering a damn salad. You could have took your ass to Chick-fil-A and got that market salad and just went on about your business. Don't go up in there. Don't waste the table on a salad. When I'm standing outside for an hour so I can get me some collard greens, macaroni and cheese, and some fried chicken, and you taking up a table eating a damn salad, eating some cornbread. Anyway, Jerika is over there looking like he always trying to bring some girl in here, think he making me jealous. It's obvious that Patrick cared deeply for Chandrika, and because it's like it had to have been a deeper situation with the way that they move, with him trying to make her jealous and all of that. But anyway, they going on up in there and sit down at the bar. Brandon walks up and invites them to his birthday dinner. Safari is, she's invited as well. She says she gonna come. Drika's over there. They keep panning the camera to her. She's overhearing the whole conversation. Torrin comes in, goes over there and greets them, and he mentions shopping for Patrick and the housewarming and shopping for the decor and all of that. And he takes the opportunity to basically fire Torrin, like, oh, well, we were talking, and me and Safari were talking, and we just gonna let her do it. All this we. And she's just sitting there. And Torrin is like, oh, okay, so will she be doing the housewarming party as well? And she's like, housewarming party? Yeah, no, we're not doing that either. Torrin just is like, okay, and just walks away. It was definitely tacky the way he went about it, because as a man you should have called Torrin on the phone or met with him, just the two of you, to discuss this, because this lady don't live with you, so she really don't have no say so in none of this. She's not the one who hired Torrin. She wouldn't have been the one who paid Torrin, and so she don't have no say so in this. But anyway, he done fired Torrin, and so that's that. Torrin is rattled by it, like I said, but he plays it cool. He has a brief powwow, with Brandon and Drika and Dom. And when they disperse, Torrin asked Dom if she's going to Brandon's birthday party. And she's like, "Oh, I'm not coming. I'm not coming." She's so gung-ho about it, about not letting the cat out the bag, and and them not being, and it not being obvious that she, is screwing the manager. So I guess she's got to try to create whatever type of distance that she can so that nobody is on to them, but everybody is on to them. It's that they're not going to know. Nobody's going to know. They know. We know. We know, girl. Cause she playing coy, but then go to the office, where the doors say employees only. They go back to the back, and he like, "Get back here," and they back there kissing and shit. You can hear it. I said, "No, they ain't back there kissing up and rubbing up and filling up, but you don't want to come to the party." Anyway, Todd and Kandi, they're about to meet with the crew and they in there, strategizing beforehand. Over there with Philip, he's over at his friend's house. His best friend, listen, birds of the feather flocks together. Cause friend is straight laced just like him. Straight laced, very, very pulled up, just like Philip. They're over there at the house, talking, and Philip is, talking about his managing style and how he ain't changing it and how he ain't fooling with the disrespect. Won't be no disrespect. They gon' respect Philip around there at the OLG, and that's just that. Friend already know Philip be on bullshit too. It's like everybody knows Philip is an a-hole, but Philip. Maybe Philip knows. It's just that it's like, I know I'm an asshole and my friends know I'm an asshole, but I'm not an asshole with them, just with the people I look down on. Just with my subordinates. Back at the OLG, the meeting is about to start. Don Juan, making sure the staff is good before everybody goes to the meeting. The meeting starts, and it's that it's been brought to our attention that some of you have some grievances, have some concerns. Patrick over there looking like a damn snitch. They keep putting the camera on Patrick. Every time they say somebody said, Patrick said, Torrin, they bring up Philip, and the fact he ain't gonna be there or whatever, and they bring up Philip and how it's been with him and how it's been working for him. Torrin says the jury's still out on Philip when it comes to him. Melvin says he really likes Philip. He likes Philip's managing style. He likes what Philip is bringing to the table. He's been helpful. Melvin got aspirations. He's learning from Philip. So, I guess go ahead. Some people take to that type of structure, and then others, they resist it. And you're going to find more that resist it, for sure. Especially in a lax environment like the OLG. But then you have those others that are, that have that very same work ethic, and it doesn't bother them. They thriving. He learning. He say, put him in the kitchen with me, teach me some things so I can be running my own restaurant one day. He say he learning from Philip. Torrin, I don't know what he said, but Don Juan proceeds to get up and imitate Torrin prancing through there. I guess he's trying to say, Torrin, you cannot waltz through the room like I am here and expect for everybody to be receptive to that. Just as much as Philip can't just drop in a situation like, Miss Trunchbull and we all better listen. Both of y'all gonna have to find a median. Y'all gonna have to find a middle ground somewhere, because that's just not it. Kandi, she turns her attention to Chandrika because Chandrika hasn't said anything. She's like, so Chandrika, don't you have something you wanted to say? Chandrika looking like, me? I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, Then Patrick, I know what she said. Me. Teacher. I know what she said. She said that the food wasn't consistent on a day-to-day basis. Like sometimes it'd be good on one day, and then on another day it'll taste different. That's what she said. Oh, and she also said that y'all don't care about this. That's what she said. Patrick is such a damn snitch. He didn't even wait till after the fact. You know, like, and I don't even know why he had to do that. You already told Kandi what she said. You already told Kandi what she said. So why you saying something right now? Like, why? Anyway, another server, she chimes in and asks about cleaning the menus, like why about the menus being clean, like who's supposed to do that? Drika gets immediately annoyed, like, girl, we talked about this yesterday. Shut the hell up about this. And it creates, like a rift. They're like, Chandrika, like you done got an attitude. What happened? Chandrika says she tired of it. Don Juan say, listen, now if you see the menus need wiping down, just wipe them off. Like, that's a part of teamwork. All of this ain't my job description. That's not my job description. You work here, so you see the food on the floor, the paper, pick it up. Because, now it's people. Now everybody got something to say. Or I've seen people just step over paper on the floor. Management, that is. So people got grievances. People got grievances. Kandi and Ty look like they losing their patience with Drika, though. They look like they losing their patience. Kandi says that this is why we're here. We're gonna have to have a team building exercise happen. So they gonna have a team building day to get everybody on one accord. Mama Joyce, she directs her attention to Brandon. Okay, so now that we talking about management, Brandon, you don't be doing nothing. Now, I was slaving in the kitchen one day, and I said, Brandon, you not gonna come help? And you said, y'all got it. Turned around and walked away. Now, that's out of order. And it is. Bertha, she add her 2 cents like, and I got one better. I spoke to him one day and he didn't say nothing back. And it'll be a cold day in hell before I speak to him again. Brandon, of course, I'm sure he probably just didn't hear. She said, how the hell? Ain't no way in the world he ain't hear me. Ain't no way in the world. Anyway, they're gonna do the team building exercise, so the meeting is pretty much over. Brandon gets up to hug Aunt Bertha, though, like, I'm sorry, like, charges to my head, not my heart. I'm so sorry. And he hugs her, but she don't hug him back. Go on, get from round me. Bertha say, get the hell from by me. Bye. She ain't moved. No, get the hell from by me. Bye. Y'all know Bertha don't play. Bertha don't play. She was not moved. Okay, Patrick is working the parking lot. Torrin walks up and tells him, listen, I felt shitted on. I ain't like the way you came at me, trying to fire me in front of your girl. You embarrassed me in front of that girl. I don't know her. I know you. And so you could have did differently. You could have definitely done something different. Patrick is apologetic, but the fact still remains, girlfriend don't want him decorating the house. And he's like, well, what about the party? Can I convince you to, still keep the housewarming going? And he's like, she said no. Girlfriend said no. Safari said no to the party as well. Torrin just like, whatever, child. Listen, you done changed. You are a completely different person. I don't know this Patrick. Like, she's really controlling a lot of the decisions that you make. Have fun with that, and he going on about his business. Patrick, he calls Safari right after that and tells her about the conversation. And the minute that he mentions housewarming part, she's like, we already talked about this. We already talked about this. No, I'm not comfortable. Click. That was that. Just hung up on him. He's like, okay, baby, I know. I'm sorry. That boy is whipped. Patrick goes home. And she still got an attitude, from earlier. She said no to the housewarming, so don't be asking me again. He gets her to at least, okay, let's go over a guest list. They go through the guest list. Everybody in the family is a yes, yes, yes. They get to Torrin. No. Well, why not? Because I feel like he might feel a way about me because of the way he got fired. So no. Chandrika and her man, absolutely fucking not. Erase her off the board right now. Next. Listen, this lady is mean. I don't like Safari. She got a bad attitude. She has a chip on her shoulder. It's just like, girl, you not that girl. I know you thought so because you with Patrick. But, girl, I don't know about you, Safari. It's just her demeanor is just nasty, mean and nasty. Anyway, they gonna make a decision after Brandon's birthday dinner because everybody that he wants to invite will be there, and so she can get a feel for everybody then, and he'll make the call after that. Rashard goes to see Brian. You know, Brian's still suspended. Brian in the house making egg rolls. He say, listen, I ain't called Kandi about no job. I've been pushing egg rolls. They've been selling out. So that's what he working on, his business. He wants to do a food truck as well. And so we hope for the best for him and his food truck. I hope it goes, I hope he's able to make it happen for himself. Rashard, he makes the egg roll and they sit down and talk, of course, about the OLG and management and how everything is going. Rashard's issues with Brandon, it's like my needs ain't being met, and Brandon around here sleeping with a bartender. Like, so we can't drink at work, but management can fuck the bartender. And I feel like that's the consensus with everybody that this situation between Brandon and Dominique is just problematic for everybody. Oh, I forgot to mention when they had the town hall meeting, Rashard mentioned that, when it was time for everybody to, don't all speak at once. Anybody want to say what they have to say? Rashard says, well, at Blaze, we use iPads over here. We writing on pen and paper. That's the dated system. I'm also using my personal cell phone to contact the customers, and that's just bothersome to me. Todd took the attitude of just do your job. They were basically there to confront Chandrika, and if that's the case, they could have just confronted Chandrika. Anyway, back to where we were. Rashard and Brian talking, about the OLG, the managers and all of that. He says they need to do some reevaluating of the upper management, because they just lack intelligence. Not to say that they're unintelligent, but they lack it. Brandon and Philip, they talk. They seem to be getting along well. Philip is feeling good. He's feeling like the people are starting to like him. They're starting to warm up to him, I should say. It's looking up. It's looking up for Philip. Kandi and Todd, they show up to the OLG, and Don Juan want to talk right away, like straight away. I got to talk to y'all right now. He pulls him outside and he says, okay, so after our meeting, I was in the office and I heard Brandon on the phone with somebody. And so I felt like it was Chandrika. So I went and pulled the cameras and I checked the Ring app and I went and I listened to their private phone conversation because he was on the phone. And so they listening in and he just playing it for him where Chandrika is going off. She felt like the meeting didn't go well. She felt like Todd and Kandi don't give a fuck. And she was mad. And they on the line like, we don't care. Well, we're here now. What do you mean we don't care? There's some truth to that, which is why they were so offended by it. There's some truth in the fact that y'all got the restaurant going and just let it go. It's just like, whew, on to the next. Somebody else can spend all their time there. We're here. We're focused on Blaze now. We're focused on another business venture. And I absolutely believe that they got a little bit more hands off once, they felt like they got their footing. But that whole listening to private conversations, I was not here for that because I working for any establishment, I should not fear you listening on my phone conversations. I could have been talking to Chandrika could have been on the phone with her mama, rehashing the meeting and just venting. And here come Don Juan listening in to run back and tell Kandi and Todd what you said. Like, why? What? I ain't like that. I ain't like that at all. Granted, you got your cameras. You're going to watch me, what I'm doing on the clock, all of that. That's cool. But it's after hours and you done went on the Ring app, which means you on the security, you looking at the, the Ring app, and it just didn't sit well with me, but they're going to confront her about it, of course. Brandon's party. He has his dinner at Blaze. It's mostly his family. His mama is he walk in the door. Happy birthday to you. She the loudest one. She's such a proud mama. And he's obviously a mama's boy. Daddy's there, but he's definitely a mama's boy. He tells her, he was hoping that they could meet the girl he was talking about, but he don't think she coming. Anyway, Torrin and Dom are actually on their way, so she is coming. She decided to go after all. She brought flowers or whatever. When she gets there, he is so smitten with her, smiling from ear to ear. Mama just sitting there like, and he tells her she's beautiful. She's stunning. Mama ain't here for that, girl. You know how mamas are. She gonna have her good eye on you, Dominique, for sure. But Dominique just like, okay, hey, all right, I'm gonna go over here and sit down. Cause when he gets in there, people are sitting down, but they weren't seated yet. They were just outside, in the area where, if you got a cocktail, you can just sit out there and, on the patio area while they waited for their table. But anyway, she goes and sits over there with Patrick and Safari. She and Torrin go over there. The table is ready. And so everybody goes inside. Brandon goes over there to get Dominique. He's like, I want you to meet my mom and daddy. Like right now. She's like, whoa, wait a minute. Now? He's moving so fast. He felt like because she brought flowers, because she decided to really come, that solidified it for him. She want to be my girl. Nobody has communicated any of this. But he's going to base everything off of her actions, I guess. She came, she showed up, so that means she really want to be, she down. She really want to be with me. That's not what that means. That's not what that means at all. But I do wish that Dominique wasn't so, she's confusing. It's like she gives mixed signals. She don't want to be out in the open in public with it, but then again, she'll let him kiss her in public. Like, make it make sense, okay? Because right now I'm confused. Patrick, he wants Torrin and Safari to kind of vibe, so he's gonna conveniently excuse himself to the bathroom so that they can talk. And they talk, it's cool or whatever. She still ain't with the housewarming. She still ain't with him decorating nothing, but it's okay. Torrin is able to express to her how he felt, being dropped like that. It was embarrassing, but it is what it is. Torrin in his confessional, it's just like, girl, you two booties. You two booties, I do bedrooms, okay? Trying to be Martha Stewart. She is. She need to relax because her decorating skills ain't as good as she thought it was, because the butterflies, sis, the butterflies. It's just giving butterflies everywhere. That ain't really it. The least that they could do is, or the least that she could do, because since it's not her apartment in the first place, is say to her man, well, I kind of want some input, I kind of want to have my flair in here. So do you mind if I go shopping with Torrin when he's shopping for, what you want? And then, of course, he'd be like, cool, go ahead, babe. Do that. Let's work for him, And then let Torrin execute everything. She ain't even willing to do that. It's just, no, I'll do it. No, I'm going to do it. And no, they don't need to know where you live. So that's the reason why she don't want the housewarming party. She don't want people knowing where he lives. And he lives right across the street. Anyway, girl. Like I said, Dom meets the parents. It goes well. They seem to like her. They seem to be okay. She doesn't seem very nervous either. It's cool. It's cool. She says in her confessional that she can definitely see a future with Brandon. She feels like they would have a great future together. Again, mixed signals, because tomorrow she'll be saying, I don't know what we are. It's not my man. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I could see a future with Brandon though. And then it's, I don't know about him. Kandi drops by the OLG. Todd is already in the back. He ready and waiting. He done called her. So you ready to talk to this girl? I said, this girl? Todd is really angry. You know, that's what you say when you and your husband, come on in here so we can talk to this girl. You ready to go talk to this boy? That's what you say when you about to go talk to your child that you're mad at. Anyway, they bring Drika outside, and Kandi's like, so we heard that that you said this and you said that, and she's looking like, damn, who was I talking to when I said that? First she's like, who said that? I said that? Me? I don't remember saying that. She can't remember. She's trying to remember who she was talking to and who might have ran it back to Kandi and Todd, not knowing that they were listening to her phone conversation. That's why she don't remember, because she was on the phone. She's trying to remember actually physically being around there talking to somebody. Nah, girl, it was when you was on the line with Brandon. That's when they got you, girl. That's when they got you. Kandi says her bottom line is, do you want to be here? Do you want to be here? And that's where we break. That's the end. We're going to pick up, right there next week. I'm sure she wants to stay, but I'm sure, they all want better working conditions. Everybody wants something to go their way. I'm sure. They've been having these issues with Chandrika for a while, and they should have fired her a long time ago. Y'all let her keep this job, and now you trying to lay down the hammer, and it's like, it's too late. You have created the monster that is Chandrika. Chandrika also has to get better at, not hiding her hands when she done threw them rocks. Because girl, stand in what you said. I feel like X, Y, and Z. Yes, I said that. I feel like sometimes the food tastes different. That's a problem, right? Because it is. I remember, and I don't sorry to these people, but Malone's. There's this place called Malone's, and I went one time and I was pregnant. And I had the shrimp and grits, and when I say they were so good, they were so good. Them shrimp and grits at Malone's is the best thing that you gonna get over there at Malone's in East Point. Okay? If you know, you know. It's right across the street from Spondivits. If you know, you know. But anyway, I went back again and had the shrimp and grits again, and it tasted, it was salty, salty, salty as fuck. And I was like, Now, last time I came, I got this very same dish, and it tastes different. So, see, that's what she's talking about. That's the upset that people, have when you go someplace, get something good, and you go back and I'm going to have that again. And it's not the same. So, that's all she's saying. And they took offense to it. They don't want her out here, I guess, being on camera saying stuff like they don't care. Again, y'all could have had this conversation with Chandrika a long time ago and did all of it. Or just fired her a long time ago. But the dragging it. Because, Kandi, I don't think she wants to fire her. I really don't. Because Kandi she's really showing her grace and trying to give her chance after chance. Todd and Diane are fire her. And she's just like, well, let's just have a conversation. That's your problem, Kandi. All these conversations. Just fire her. Just get rid of her, okay? They're going to have to get rid of a few people if they want to come back for a season 2. It's going to have to be a revolving door. Sorry. Just going to have to hire some new folk in there or change some roles around, because I don't see how we can do a second season of this unless, something serious happens. I don't know. Anyway, that's where we ended. So be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.